On 8 out of 10 cats, Mamma Mia, it's Nancy Dell'Olio. Him and hair, it's Joe Wilkinson. And their team captain, Jon Richardson. And facing them tonight, Golden Wonder, it's Greg Rutherford. The Emerald Smile, it's Jimeoin. And their team captain, Jon Locke. Now, welcome your host, Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, for every human in the world there are 1 million ants, but surprisingly, only one deck? 30% of men buy their partners red roses on their anniversary. I bought my girlfriend some red roses, some red lingerie, and we had some red wine. And then we went up to the bedroom and read. And 5% of women think their eyebrows are their best feature. Ladies, I don't know much about eyebrows, but I do know they shouldn't be poking out the sides of your pants. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. Tonight, it's our panellists' job to guess what the British public think of the top 3 sporting moments of the last year. John's team.
Well, I guess we have someone with us who was at probably the most famous sporting event and probably the most famous sporting day of last year.
Did you get tickets?
It's the Olympics and the legacy and all that. But London's Twitter account still has 1.5 million followers. I just think tidy your account up. They haven't tweeted for a year. It's time to stop now. But the Olympics was fantastic, and you've done very well.
But for you, it's been spoiled by their inability to tidy up their digital messaging.
It was a fantastic event. I think Britain did a fantastic job. Not only the team, I mean, all the people behind. I mean, I think everything was absolutely perfect. So, well done, Britain.
Well, well done us.
Yes.
Well done, Britain. How far did you actually jump in the final?
8 metres 31.
I genuinely don't know how far that is. If you paced out, how far would it be across?
Well, if you do 8 long paces, then like a foot.
8 long paces?
Yeah.
All right.
You've got to do it right, though, so it's
Well, hang on, 8 long paces. All right, so 1,
yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck off. No way did you... You did 8.
Well, you're probably being a bit generous.
Oh, we've got a tape measure. Throw us a tape measure. Hang on, so I'll hold this.
It's not long enough.
8 metres.
Exactly.
All right, well, we'll do 8 metres and then we'll see. OK, so I'll hold that.
I've got something that's half a metre long. That's not me, no. I carry around a ruler with me.
OK, so that's 8 metres, and then you went a bit further.
Like, so, yeah, about here, where I'm standing.
That is mental. Okay, I'm gonna have a dart. Well, you had a running start, yeah?
Yeah, you can do it standing if you want.
All right, I'm gonna do a standing start.
Gives it.
Oh,
So, that's a need to start. I mean,
also, I haven't done any training. You've been at this for 8 years, so...
That's true, that is
I reckon with the right
true.
funding. That is pretty impressive, though, isn't it?
Thank you.
That's pretty impressive. Come on, let's one more. Gold medal. Was it amazing being part of Super Saturday?
Yes, it was pretty special. I mean, it goes down as Mo, Jess, and that random ginger guy who turned up as well on the day.
But your life will be different after tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't know what Nancy's got planned for you. Sounds like the ginger kid's getting laid.
It is amazing meeting you, Greg. You know, but it does sort of remind me how shit my year was last year. Like, you won a gold medal and I had my bird table stolen. Completely different years.
Is that on Super Saturday?
Actually, I did have a good Saturday that Saturday because I had spaghetti bolognese for a tea, so... I'm with you, buddy.
Both winners.
Like, the way Mo did you think of doing anything? Like...
I did kind of consider it, because obviously the Mobot is massive, but then
I hate it, I think it's rubbish.
I'd be ripping it off and then people hate me.
I know he's a really nice guy, everyone really likes him, but it's shit, isn't it?
It is. You know the M from YMCA, why didn't he just do the M from...
It was the M.
But that's at the end.
Yeah, that is the M from YMCA. That is... What did you thought the M was that?
Yeah, but he's from down under, isn't he?
Yeah. OK, let's have a look and see if the Olympics are up there. Of course, the number one thing, the Olympics. Jess Ennis was at the peak of physical fitness in the heptathlon. Watching her, I couldn't help feeling ashamed of myself because I could see what I was doing reflected in the telly. Sean's team, what do you think the nation enjoyed over the last year in the sporting world?
Well, I would say Andy Murray would be one, wouldn't it? Winning the US Open, the first title he's won, and he won an Olympic medal, didn't he?
He's bloody good. Are you a big fan of Andy Murray?
Yeah, I think he's done a good job for tennis and everything else. Relatively nice guy, so...
Relatively nice guy, wow. All right, get a room, Jesus. He's a relatively nice guy. He's done a good job for tennis.
Well, his problem is he had to eradicate his personality because when he started, like you can see on court, he's clearly got a lot of passion and things, but when he started, he would mess about in interviews and do jokes, and he's got loads of abuse for it. So now he just deliberately tries to be as tedious as he can. His interviews now, after like the most incredible tennis game, go, yeah, it was quite awkward because I hit the ball, but he moved where I'd hit it. So I had to hit the ball to the other side, but he moved again, so I kept. Then I tried to go down the middle, but he was there. It was absolutely.
He lost 2 toenails, but they didn't say which 2 it was, because it's only your big toe and your little toe that have names. All those other
This is 100% true. Andy Murray, during the final with the US Open, he lost 2 toenails, turned black and fell off during the game. But, sorry, so we don't know which 2 because they've...
Because it's only your big toe and your little toe have names. And big toe's the only toe that actually does anything. All the rest of the toes are just hanging around with him. Like if you move your toes up and down.
OK, all right, yeah, I'm doing it.
I know everybody's doing it.
I'm doing my big toe now.
But the big toe's the only one that actually goes up and down. All the rest of them are just going, what's going on? My little toe's in a real bad way. It's rolled right over.
But you don't get this on the commentary, do you? You never get a commentator going, and I imagine Andy Murray's toes are going black.
Do you play tennis at all, Joe?
No.
No.
I'm a bit annoyed, though, because my application to be a ball boy got turned down again. I don't know why I bother.
That wasn't by Wimbledon authorities, it was actually by the local police.
Yeah.
You could just pick the balls up and just press them against your beard.
Yeah.
Carry them in your beard. It'll look a lot better.
See, I could do it.
Do you watch tennis? You a fan of Andy Murray?
Yes. No, I'm a fan of Roger Federer. I do like Andy Murray, but I have a crush on Roger.
You've got a crush on Roger Federer?
Yes.
Well, if you would like, someone that looks a little bit like his special needs younger brother...
I know. Well, that's what I said.
Look no further, my friend.
You look like Federer if he stood in front of that ball cannon. Just went...
What are you saying?
You look puffed up.
Anna, you come second. Well.
Not often.
You do.
You just said.
Well, I can tell you, Andy Murray is not in our top 3, but I don't mean to take anything away from Andy Murray, but let's put this into perspective. Andy Murray has won 1 Grand Slam, which means he's won just 1 more Grand Slam than me. John's team, what else has the nation loved over the last year of sport?
I'm thinking football. The league, who won the way, Manchester City.
The last day of the season.
And
Phenomenal.
the way they won, not only the last day, the last 5 minutes. So that was a extraordinary victory. Do you like football, Jimmy?
I feel like we're speed dating now.
You don't like football?
I don't really like football.
You must have liked that, though. You must have. You cannot watch that and not get excited.
Exactly.
I burnt my house down. I'm not even a City fan. I just couldn't. I was so excited. Before I knew it, I was lighting a torch and just...
Shall we have a look at that wonderful moment? Let's have a little look at that wonderful moment.
It's finished at Sunderland. Manchester United have done all they can. That Rooney goal was enough for the 3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch it, drink it in. They've just heard the news at the Stadium of Light. 2 goals in added time for Manchester City.
Nothing.
Nothing. I mean, you know, well, a bit. I mean, it looked pretty good.
It made it sweet because they beat Man U, didn't they, the last day? And I understand their rivalry, you know, between the two teams, because I have a very similar rivalry with the girl band Little Mix. Because they're worried I'm going to take their title as a new pop sensation. And, you know, sometimes it kicks off. We had a fight in the pub car park recently. 4-on-1's not fair. They battered me, but...
Do you like football? You were happy about Manchester City winning?
Hey? Yes. So I'm not used to a woman talking to me. I heard stuff, but it didn't go in, sorry.
Oh, OK.
It's hot in here.
Well, I can tell you, Man City's title win is not up there, but Manchester City won their first Premier League title in 44 years. Well, that's not strictly true. For 43 years straight, they won shittest club in Manchester. Sean's team.
Is it the Bradley Wiggins?
Oh.
Bradley Wiggins from Yorkshire. He won the Tour de France.
Like yeah,
He does. He lives in Yorkshire, and he sounds like a real Yorkshire name, doesn't it? Bradley Wiggins.
My favourite Yorkshire expression is tin, 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 which means it isn't in the tin.
Tin, tin, tin.
Tin, tin, tin. No. Tin, tin, tin.
It's not really a saying, something you might use as a proverb, isn't it? Like, you know, oh, grandma's fell downstairs again. Ah, well, tin, tin, tin.
I like the way you've added a dance. This has got even better. Tin, tin, tin.
If you had Tintin DVDs and they were in the tin, then you could say, where have you put DVDs? In tin, tin, tin. Then you went to find it and it wasn't there, and you went, I went to tin, 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 but it didn't tin, tin, tin.
Tin, tin, tin.
Can't get anything else.
Do we need to talk about Bradley Wiggins anymore? I mean, I think we've covered it.
He won the Tour de France.
Incredible.
That's an incredible achievement.
Amazing.
It's a Herculean task. The race it's got 20 stages. It's a total of 3,497 kilometres. And he did that in 87 hours and 34 minutes, which is like way better than my personal best.
If they just made it a bit more interesting, like just close peg a playing card to the back wheel, so at least you can hear when they're going faster.
Or with stabilisers on.
Or he does the whole tour with E.T. in a basket.
Did you watch it?
I did, yeah. Actually, that was by far, in my opinion, the biggest sport moment of the year.
And he got Olympic goals as well. I mean,
Yeah,
he's got
exactly.
to add...
But the thing is, he
phenomenal.
did that like 10 days after winning the Tour. Can you imagine sort of doing that and then going off and then doing it again in like 10 days' time?
I can't imagine the first one, never mind. The 10 days off is the only bit of that I can relate to.
Exactly.
Didn't he get run over as well, though, didn't he, after he won? Was it him?
Yeah, he was in a
Yes, I
petrol
think-
station and someone ploughed into him.
The only thing I remember is the quote, because the woman who knocked him over said, of all the people to hit. So she was going to go, why couldn't it have been a kid?
Nancy, what did you make of Bradley Wiggins? Are you aware of Bradley Wiggins' work?
Absolutely. I mean, it is one of the greatest, another greatest moment for Britain's sport.
Do you think he deserved the Sports Personality of the Year?
Absolutely, yes. I think he was the only one who only won the Tour de France and everything, and then he won the Olympics, so absolutely, yes. He looks quite very cool. I mean, that's the other thing. It's not only sports personality, it's the way he looks. It's quite cool.
Do you like facial hair? Because I've probably got twice as much as him.
Well, that's why I do like you.
Eh? Don't know what's happening.
OK, let's see if Bradley Wiggins is up there. Yes! The 3-week Tour de France is one of the world's most gruelling sporting events to watch. OK, fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get.
Must be the Paralympics. which was a triumph of everyone. Because everyone said, well, the Olympics will be shit. And then the Olympics was amazing. I said, well, that'll be it now then. And then the Paralympics was amazing as well. Everyone carried on loving sport. It was a phenomenal thing for Britain, wasn't it?
Absolutely phenomenal.
Did you watch a lot of it?
I watched a fair bit, yeah. I liked... well, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
My standout moment was Jodie Condé losing his shit. I did enjoy watching a man just absolutely do what everyone else would want to do in sport.
I think for me as well, I think it's the best moment. Have a look at Jodie Condé.
Well, there's an awful lot of booing. It's booed out the announcer, but he's just said there is no restart. His race is run, and it's over.
I'm not fucking wasting 4 years of my life to fucking sit here and let them rule my fucking show.
Alfonso Cabello, Spain, with a world record, wins the gold. John Allen Butterworth of Great Britain is second.
Come on.
I'd probably do the same. If that is honestly the biggest moment of your life and you have given up everything for it for a few years and then somebody tells you no. And it actually wasn't his fault. Something went wrong with what was gripping his back wheel and it didn't release him.
And his name sounds a bit like something you'd hear in a clinic. Can you see me next? I've got a bit of a Jodie Condé.
I did like the people in the wheelchairs.
The werewolf was... I mean, he was incredible. He's a monster with that thing. He got 4 golds, the T54 800, 1500 and 5000 and marathon.
Yeah. Sounds greedy.
Battersea Dogs Home named a dog after him, didn't he?
I had one named after me as well, actually.
A dog?
I did, yeah. I tried to get it for me because I wanted another dog. And then they gave it to somebody else.
Wouldn't it confuse you to have a dog with the same name as you?
I'd probably...
If you were in the park shouting your own name, you'd look a bit of a dickhead.
Do you know what I call my dog? Attack. I go, attack! Attack! What, attack? Attack! Really disconcerts everyone in the park.
Let's have a look and see if the Paralympics is up there. Yes, of course, the Paralympics. Oscar Pistorius won Paralympic fame for running and has gone on to worldwide fame in shooting and cricket. So at the end of that round, it's 1 point to Sean and 2 points to John. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Best way to relax after a hard day's work?
2 weeks off.
Best way to relax after a hard day's work is 2 weeks off. What do you think? Oh, go on.
I like to relax by recreating the scene from Ghost with a potter's wheel.
Where you're...
well, because I do it with my flatmate Mark because he looks a bit like Whoopi Goldberg.
It's extraordinary. OK, so, Nancy, how do you relax of an evening after a hard day's work?
Well, I will have a hot bath with a drink and then have a very deep tissue massage.
Jesus. I think I prefer yours.
Well, definitely you prefer mine.
Who's the masseuse? Who's...
Well, I don't have to tell on TV, but I have a few.
Oh, that kind of massage, I see.
No.
What sort of tissues do you use?
Deep tissues.
Deep tissues.
Deep tissues.
Deep tissues. Is your bath one of the ones that you get in the side and it fills up when you're in there?
I had a bath the other day where I had, with the technology, I have my iPad on the toilet with the lid down, obviously, I'm not an idiot. And you put a film on your iPad, and I had cheese and biscuits and a glass of wine, and it was one of the happiest moments of my life. Then I finished the cheese and biscuits, and I thought, I'll just watch this downstairs on telly.
I like to go down to the sauna and apologise for my conduct of the previous evening. So, I shouldn't really come here when I'm drunk and force you to open up. I'm sorry about that last night.
Well, apology accepted.
Yes.
Greg, how do you relax after training?
If it's been like a jump session or something, then I have to sort of get the sand out of bits of my body, which is...
Deep tissue.
Deep tissue.
How are you normally doing the jump? Have you thought of wearing shorts?
You'd have thought they'd have invented a bit of substance now, like a really thick custard or something. So you sort of slide into it and it leaves a groove, but you can just wash the custard off afterwards.
I mean, it's sandblast. They do the sandblast things that they have instead of getting a bath. Just get one of those high-powered hoses.
They burn paint off walls.
Right.
OK, so best way to relax after a hard day's work.
I like to hang around by bottle banks. Or I dress up as a knight.
Sorry, you dress up?
Dress up as a knight, full armour, then put a film on.
A night in.
Because that's what they would have done. I do the 165 times tables.
Just run me through the first 4 or 5 of those.
Well, times 165 is 165.
Yeah?
2 times 165 is 320. 3 times...
Start again, Sean. Start again. 1 times. We'll start again.
1 times 165 is 165. 2 times 165 is 330. 3 times 165 is 495. Is it have a drink? Is it have a drink?
It's not have a drink. Have a drink is number 5 on the list.
Watch a bit of telly.
The right answer. Watch TV. Yes, the best way to relax after a hard day at work is watch TV. I always like to sit in front of the telly and veg out, and by that I mean I don't wear any trousers. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Jimeoin and Greg have 1 point. John, Nancy and Joe are the winners with 3 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut on Wednesday. That's it from us. Good night.